April 1943. A body washes ashore on the coast of Spain. He's dressed as a British Royal Marine. In his briefcase, top-secret documents revealing the Allies' plan to invade Greece. The Germans believe every word. They shift entire armies away from Sicily, and the real invasion succeeds. This isn't fiction. It's one of the most daring and successful deception operations of World War II, Operation Mincemeat, the story of the man who never was. By early 1943, the war had reached a turning point. The Allies had pushed Axis forces out of North Africa, and the next step was Europe. But where to strike? The obvious target was Sicily, the gateway to Italy. So obvious, in fact, that everyone knew it. Hitler expected it. German reinforcements were already pouring in. British intelligence needed a miracle, a way to convince Hitler the invasion would land somewhere else, somewhere like Greece or Sardinia. And in a basement office in London, that miracle was about to take shape. Ewan Montague and Charles Cholmondeley were naval intelligence officers in the secret 20 Committee, the group overseeing deception operations. Their idea sounded insane. They would plant fake invasion documents on a corpse, drop it off the coast of neutral Spain, and let the Germans discover it. The Spanish authorities, infiltrated by German agents, would pass the information straight to the Abwehr, Nazi military intelligence. The plan borrowed from an earlier memo written by Ian Fleming. Yes, the future creator of James Bond. It was audacious, macabre, and risky. But if it worked, it could save tens of thousands of Allied lives. To sell the deception, they needed a believable body. Someone who could convincingly pass for a drowned British officer. In January 1943, a homeless Welshman named Glyndwr Michael died in London after ingesting rat poison. He had no family, no records, and no one to claim him. Montague arranged to use his body under strict secrecy. With official permission from the coroner, Glyndwr Michael became Major William Martin, Royal Marines. They dressed him in uniform, built an entire identity, photographs of a fiancée named Pam, theater ticket stubs, love letters, even a bank statement. Every tiny detail had to feel real. Inside his briefcase, they placed the key. Faked correspondence between British generals suggesting that the Allies planned to invade Greece and Sardinia, not Sicily. The documents were printed on authentic stationery, aged with fingerprints, coffee stains, and folding creases. They even added a receipt for a new shirt, to prove Major Martin was a real person who lived a real life. Every page was designed to withstand close scrutiny, because if a single clue looked false, the entire operation could collapse. On April 19, 1943, the submarine HMS Seraph departed Scotland, carrying the body of Major Martin. Its commander, Lieutenant Bill Jewell, alone knew the truth. 4 days later, off the coast of Huelva, Spain, the crew surfaced at night. Wrapped in a life jacket, the body was slid into the waves. The briefcase was handcuffed to his wrist. A small inflatable life belt ensured he would wash ashore. As the crew saluted, HMS Seraph slipped back beneath the sea. Their part of the mission was done. Now the deception depended on fate. Within hours, fishermen found the body and alerted Spanish authorities. British diplomats quickly demanded the return of the briefcase, pretending panic and urgency to make the papers look important. Behind the scenes, German agents in Spain worked feverishly to access the documents. By late April, copies were already in the hands of the Abwehr, and within days they were on Hitler's desk. The Führer believed them completely. He ordered reinforcements to Greece and the Balkans. Sicily was left relatively exposed. On July 9, 1943, Allied forces launched Operation Husky, the real invasion of Sicily. More than 160,000 troops landed under cover of darkness. German defenses were lighter than expected. Divisions that could have fought there were hundreds of miles away. In Greece, waiting for an invasion that never came. By the end of the month, Sicily was in Allied hands. Hitler had been played by a dead man and a briefcase. The success of Operation Mincemeat became one of the greatest intelligence victories of the war. British double agents confirmed that Hitler remained convinced the documents were genuine even after the landings. Ewan Montagu received the Order of the British Empire. The real identity of the body, however, remained secret until 1998, when records were declassified. There, in St. Peter's Churchyard, Huelva, Spain, the grave of Major William Martin was finally marked with his true name, Glinder Michael, served as Major William Martin, Royal Marines. Operation Mincemeat demonstrated the power of strategic deception. It saved lives, shortened the war, and paved the way for the D-Day landings a year later. The operation inspired books, documentaries, and the 1956 film The Man Who Never Was, later remade in 2022. But beyond the legend lies a haunting truth. The war's most successful secret agent never drew breath for his mission. One anonymous man, a handful of forged papers, and the courage of a few British officers changed the course of history. The next time you hear about great heroes of World War II, remember the one who never fought, the man who never spoke, the man who never was.